Welcome to your first look at Blazing Dominion. Make sure you guys smash the crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more content. Blazing Dominion is going to be leaping into action May 6th for tournament stores, and it's going to be available everywhere else on May 8th. Honestly, this is a pretty strong set. They gave us a lot of crazy details in this set that I don't think a lot of people are going to be necessarily too happy to be seeing in the rarities that they are, but most of us are just going to be excited to get our hands on new cards in this set. Now, we did get confirmation that the Crimson King is leaping into action as a Seeker Rare, which is very interesting of a choice, because this is on Synchro Summon. You can add a card that mentions Red Dragon Archetype from your deck to your hand, and when your opponent activates a monster effect, you can banish this card you control. You're supposed to summon a Red Dragon Archfiend from the extra deck. It becomes treated as a Synchro Summon, and if you do, its attack becomes doubled. Also, it cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. Unfortunately, nowhere on this card does it say negate, which is something that a lot of people initially wanted for this card, but it is still a strong card nonetheless. Now, oddly enough, Red Hypernova Dragon is getting the lower rarity slot, which I wanted this to be a stronger card in rarity because it's such a good looking card. So remember, this is your boss monster. It's 4 tuners plus a non-tuner synchro monster, and must be first synchro summon with the above materials, and gains 500 attack for each tuner in your graveyard. So with 4 tuners off of this, 6,500 attack points is pretty strong. Your opponent cannot target this card with card effects, and also it cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects, which is pretty strong. And then once per turn, we can quick effect banish this card and banish as many cards your opponent's field and graveyard as possible, and then special summon a Red Nova from your extra deck. This becomes treated as a Synchro Summon. This card is bonkers good. Like, honestly, they did a really good job with just the design for this. Banishing everything from your opponent's graveyard is huge. Next up is the Power Patron good stuff. Now, they did not show the spell card that we all wanted that's going to get you access to these cards, but Vidolium, the Unstable Power Patron of Unity, being a low rarity, I think is fine. You got to remember, the thing that you're using with this is if a card is added from the to the extra deck face up, you get to add a Power Patron from your deck to your hand, which is pretty decent for this, but it has to bounce back the Fusion, Synchro, and Exceed to summon this. It is your boss monster of the block. I'm just not like super excited to like try to invest into this thing, but I mean, its pendulum scale is destroy this, special summon the Power Patron from the hand or graveyard, or destroy this card for the rest of this turn. Your Power Patrons original levels that are 12 gain 5,000 attack. It's kind of a little funny card that you can work with. Next up is the Star or the Shade Beast. This is going to be one of the Archmage power-up, essentially. It has the banish top 3 of your deck face down, destroy this card, and then special summon a Nerva, the Power Patron of Creation from the extra deck. And then, of course, like all of the others, they made 3 of these to kind of power up the themes. Oddly enough, though, the Doom Z one, this one got its slot as a low rarity, while the other 2 are going to be dedicated ultras, which I guess it's good that if you're a Doom Z player that you would be able to get this, but I mean, it's destroy this to add to destroy a card in the field, which is fine, but it's banish top 3 face down, destroy this card, special summon Jupiter, and then you can add a card from your hand to it, and then if a card is added to your extra deck face up, you can add a Power Patron Doom Z spell or trap card from your deck to your hand. This card is very, very, very good for Doom Z. Get your Doom Z stuff now. And then, of course, we have the little weird Fiend guy. That is the one that gives you access to Junora, or the Elf Note monster in general. I find this one to be probably... I mean, it's a draw 2, ditch 1, which is fine for the way that this deck wants to function. It's just, it feels a little bit weird for the interactions that this deck is trying to do, but it's good. We've got them all now. And then, of course, they made a TCG exclusive for this. This is called Shade the Obscure. So you cannot pendulum summon except pendulum monsters. This effect cannot be negated. And if a pendulum or a monster with 1,000 or less attack is special summon, we can return this card to your hand. Okay, it's a scale 11. Now, if you have a card in your Pendulum Zone, and this card is in your hand, you can special summon this card, pay 1,000 life points, destroy a Pendulum monster in your hand or face up on the field to add a Pendulum monster from your deck to your extra deck face up. This card is really, really good for the new support. They actually did us quite well for this one. We also have, there's your confirmation on Harmonia. This card, and I sigh very, very heavily here, but we all kind of felt like this card was going to come up as a secret. This is, if you're wondering why this set has expensive, stupid value, it's going to be because of Frivolous. This card is everything that you want from the set. We also got the Charmer and Quartet Bloom. We already knew that this was the secret rare in the set. This gives us confirmation that we are continuing the current trend that it is going to be an ultra rare in the set, which is just fine. The only real deck that's going to play this is going to be Dark Magician, but we're so far off from seeing that potential roll into the game, but it's fine. If you're going to pull this now, you're just going to look at it, it's going to be like, oh, this is worthless. And then we got confirmation on Rahamu of the Sacred Tome. This card is nuts, people. It's 2 effect monsters. Once, while this links summon card's face on the field, you can normal summon a level 5 or higher without tributing. During your main phase, quick effect, abs effect resolves, you can normal summon a level 5 or higher dark monster. And then during your end phase, you can reveal any number of monsters from your hand, place them on the bottom of the deck in any order, and draw cards equal to the number placed, on a link to, by the way. This card is straight absurd, and I love everything about it. And then, of course, super duper polymerization. You're going to do what we did. You're going to look at the name of this, and you're going to go, Konami, what are you doing? It's pay 2k, target effect monster on the field, special summon a monster from your extra deck with the same type and attribute, but a different level. Its effects are negated. And then apply one of these effects. Neither player can activate cards or effects in response to this. So you can fusion summon fusion monster from your extra deck using the special summon monster and the targeted monster, or send the special summon monster to the graveyard. So it ends up being like a mini foolish burial from the extra deck if need be. And then, of course, Dominus Spark in this set is a secret rare. I cannot wait to spend a lot of money on this card. Ha 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 ha. It's so cool. Thank you, Konami. We also got Solemn Accusation as a secret rare as well. They dumped in the expensive cards in this set. Like, I cannot straight wait for people to be super upset with having to spend all of this money to get copies of this. Crazy. Now we get into the Clown Crew. Bianca Vasio. This is the, you contribute 1 to summon it, or you can do 2, and then it basically turns into a draw 2, which is pretty good. Or it can negate cards on the field. Like, don't underestimate this little guy. He's definitely got some tricks up his sleeve. And then Flare. Flare is by far, I think, one of the most popular ones. It's the reveal add a Clown Crew from your deck to your hand. She ends up being one of the more powerful utility monsters that this deck actually has access to. We do get the new Diablo, which is a super poly target because it's 2 monsters with the same attribute, but different types. And then, of course, most of these are just going to have powering up effects that give you access to do additional things, which is fine. Meteor ends up making it so that the opponent's not going to be able to respond to your tribute summon monsters, which is just fine. If you also notice, these all have an effect that can also tuck back a massive amount of the particular types back into the deck. We also have the Fiends, which is a Beast Warrior, which people are really weirded out about. I don't know why. But this gives you access to a Clown Crew spell card from the deck, which is actually pretty decent when you start to get into the resource management for this. We also have the Rehearsal, which is the Tribute 1 to add 2. This is going to be your general setup card, and this card does an absolute lot for this theme. Like, if there was a card that you really want to have, it's this one. We also have the Apparatus. This is probably the most broken card. It special summons a clown crew from the deck or extra deck, ignoring its summoning conditions. And then you get to draw cards during the end phase equal to the number attributed, and then you can set a spell and trap card from your hand, which is absolutely amazing. And then, of course, the Marbleism, the second best card. It special summons 2 clown crew from the deck or extra deck, ignoring summoning conditions. This is going to be the thing that's going to allow you to get the big advantage off of these additional pieces, so you can kind of get your setup and go. And then, of course, we have Operations. This gives you the ability to summon 2 Clown Crew or add 1, which is fine. I mean, Clown Crew is going to be doing a lot of initial setup with the theme, which ends up working out just fine. And then we have New Face. New Face gives you the ability to start recycling your cards. And when you can start to recycle these resources, you can get into a pretty good situation. That's why, like, this card is pretty strong for the theme. And then we got the VIP Whale. It's part of the crew, I guess. You can tribute additional monsters when you tribute summon this face-up card. And on tribute summon, you can place VIP counters on this card equal to the number attributed for its tribute summon. And when your opponent activates a card effect, you can remove VIP counter from this card, toss a coin. If you call it right, negate that effect. And then if you call it wrong, this card's original deck comes halved until the end of the turn. It's kind of a cool little idea. But this set is going to be dropping on May 1st. Through the 3rd for the premiere event. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what this set is going to have to offer. And I'll talk about the GMX stuff a little bit more here later this afternoon. So please, comment down below what you guys think, and I will see your beautiful faces back here in a day, guys. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.